Right, now we're getting in an exclusive information. ED top sources have informed Republic TV that the allegation of deleting CCTV footage leveled by Aam Aadmi Party's Atishi are false and baseless. ED sources they clarify that the statements were recorded on camera and ED may take serious legal action over these allegations that have been leveled by Aam Aadmi Party leader and Delhi Minister Atishi, who just held a press conference at around 10 a.m. today. Remember, and she leveled many allegations against the ED. And now we have the ED, as per sources telling us, Republic TV is learning from ED sources that these claims made by Atishi are false. This is what the ED sources say, and the statements recorded are on camera. That is what ED sources tell Republic TV. So this is the big update we have. ED slamming the Delhi minister, saying that allegations of deleting CCTV footage leveled by Atishi are false and baseless, and they are also mulling some serious legal action over the allegations. Senior editor Shravan Sen joins us live from the newsroom for more. Shravan, ED has taken cognizance of this, and what we understand from our sources is that they are mulling even serious legal action over these allegations.
Well, that's right, Rakshita. As far as the Enforcement Directorate is concerned, they have already hit out at the allegations that have been leveled by the Aam Aadmi Party. On the count that some of the people who were called in for questioning by the Enforcement Directorate were tortured by the federal agency is a claim that was made by Aam Aadmi Party senior leader Atishi at the press conference that was held this morning. This is something that has been categorically denied by the Enforcement Directorate, and they say that all of the statements are recorded. In fact, this is all under CCTV footage. Now, with regards to the claim that has been made by the Aam Aadmi Party that CCTV footage was actually deleted, the Enforcement Directorate has indicated that none of the footage has been deleted, so much so they say that they are now going to produce this before the court. So there is a possibility in the days to come, since this case is also being heard by the court, there is a high possibility that the Enforcement Directorate will actually apprise the court about the allegations that have been leveled. And this is not the first time perhaps the agency has come under fire by the Aam Aadmi Party. In the past, to remember, there have been allegations that have been leveled by Aam Aadmi Party against the Central Bureau of Investigation. So much so, they had gone a step ahead by simply saying that an officer who had died under mysterious circumstances did so only because there was pressure coming in from the top management of the Central Bureau of Investigation, and they were the ones who were putting pressure to basically file a case against Aam Aadmi Party leaders. But that wasn't really the case. The officer who died under mysterious circumstances had nothing to do with the liquor case as far as the Central Bureau of Investigation goes. Now, with regards to the Enforcement Directorate, yet another attempt has been made by the Aam Aadmi Party to tarnish the image of the federal agency by simply saying that they are all under pressure and acting at the behest of the centre. Having said that, remember, most of this case, which is being heard by the court, the statements that have been recorded under various sections of the PMLA, they are admissible before the court itself. So it isn't like a police case where perhaps most of the statements can be taken under some sort of duress. Having said that, the Aam Aadmi Party hasn't raised any of this during the multiple hearings that have taken place so far. So much so, even the then Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia's bail application, which was being heard by the court, at that point in time, Aam Aadmi Party made no such reference to statements being recorded under duress, under coercion. Now, these are aspects that have never been raised before the court, but this was only today when sensational claims have been made by the Aam Aadmi Party. But now it turns out the Enforcement Directorate has already indicated that they are going to take this matter forward. In fact, perhaps put out the evidence that they have before the trial court.
Yes, of course, there is going to be serious action. That is what at least the sources from media are telling us. But also tell us, for the benefit of our viewers, about the recording that Atishi is specifically talking about. Because also, if she levels, anyone who levels such allegations against any investigative agency and, levels serious charges or allegations, one has to produce evidence also of the same.
Well, on that account, the Aam Aadmi Party particularly has had a poor track record. Having said that, so far they haven't really produced any evidence. The claims that they have made so far, be it in this particular case or for that matter the liquor scam. In fact, they have been demanding that the Enforcement Directorate should be putting across the evidence that they've gathered so far. Remember, it's the prerogative of the federal agency, and particularly when this particular case is still being probed, the Enforcement Directorate is under no pressure to put out any evidence, that too in front of those who they believe could be suspects in this case. There are some bizarre allegations that have been leveled by the Aam Aadmi Party with regards to why exactly has the Enforcement Directorate summoned Aam Aadmi Party Chief and Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal. That's only because, remember, as the national convener of the party, it is Arvind Kejriwal who perhaps will have to do some answering, particularly with regards to alleged allegations pertaining to whether at all the funds that were allegedly received in the liquor game, was that actually used for some sort of election purposes or for election campaigning. These are some answers that only a national convener of the party could actually give. That is exactly why, remember, Aam Aadmi Party Chief Arvind Kejriwal was called in. He would have been examined. He hasn't been called in as an accused or for that matter as an approver in this particular case, but that is something that the Enforcement Directorate will decide at a later stage, and that's part of the procedure. Having said that, today you've had a senior leader like Atishi making the allegation that CCTV footages were actually deleted. If at all there is some sort of evidence that they have in their possession, remember they do have the option of taking this to the court. That hasn't happened so far. In fact, they've decided to make these allegations in front of the media. The Enforcement Directorate has certainly taken cognizance of the same.
Right, Shravan. Right. Thank you so much for joining us with those details, of course. And this is a developing story. We have also some reactions on it. Let's play them out right now. All right, in fact, we will get you more reactions because there is more to ED's action that is currently underway. There have been searches conducted at the premises of Kejriwal's personal secretary, Aam Aadmi Party Rajya Sabha MP ND Gupta, and some more people connected to the Aam Aadmi Party in the money laundering case. So as many as 12 premises in Delhi and the National Capital Region have been covered as part of these raids. And we will play some reactions on that. Take a listen in.
ईडी प्रिवेंशन ऑफ मनी लॉन्ड्रिंग एक्ट के तहत केस करता है तो सबसे पहली और सबसे जरूरी चीज है कि ईडी को रिकवरी ऑफ मनी करनी पड़ेगी। लेकिन 2 साल में सैकड़ों रेड के बाद भी 1 रुपए की भी रिकवरी ईडी नहीं कर पाई। कई ऐसी स्टेटमेंट्स किसी अक्यूज से, किसी सरकारी गवाह से, किसी विटनेस से ली गई। उसके बाद कई विटनेस सामने आए और उन्होंने ये कहा कि उनसे स्टेटमेंट दबाव पूर्वक डलवाया गया, लिखवाया गया। और आपको पता है, जब ईडी ने वो फुटेज दी तो उन्होंने उस फुटेज का ऑडियो डिलीट कर दिया। सिर्फ वीडियो फुटेज दी गई, ऑडियो फुटेज डिलीट कर दी गई और सारा एविडेंस कि वास्तविक तौर पे उस कमरे में क्या बात हुई थी, उस सारे एविडेंस को ईडी द्वारा डिलीट कर दिया गया है। और आज जो मैं खुलासा करने जा रही हूं वो आपको यह दिखा देगा कि ये सारी स्टेटमेंट्स फर्जी हैं, कि ईडी ने सारी स्टेटमेंट्स में फर्जीवाड़ा किया हुआ है।
My colleague Piyush Ori joins us now on the broadcast for this action of the ED that continues. You know, we've seen, Piyush, that there are a lot of counter allegations from the Aam Aadmi Party coming in, even as the ED heat on several of their leaders continue. Now we also have the case of Delhi Jal Board, the money laundering case pertaining to the alleged irregularities in the tendering process of the DJB, and it also involves people who are so close to Kejriwal, the personal secretary, the treasurer also. Tell us more details about this, please.
So Rakshita, what I can tell you is that trouble definitely continues to mount for the Aam Aadmi Party, which continues to be investigated in several cases of alleged probe. And the latest case in which the investigating agencies is probing Aam Aadmi Party and especially the functioning of the Delhi government is of the Delhi Jal Board alleged scam. Now, while I speak to you, I would just request my video journalist to just show the images of N.D. Gupta. Now, he is the member of Parliament Rajya Sabha of Aam Aadmi Party. This is one among the 12 premises which is being raided by the Enforcement Directorate since 7 a.m. in the morning. Now, I will also tell you what exactly this scam is all about. It is reported, it is believed that the tender of rupees 38 crore was given to an ineligible company, NKG Infrastructure, and there was a reported scam of money laundering that occurred during this time. There was also an allegation that automatic meters was being installed by a private company, and the money and the profit which was obtained by this installation of meters was not actually deposited to the Delhi Jal Board, but went into the private hands. So these are some very startling allegations that are now being investigated not only by the other investigating agency but also by the Enforcement Directorate. In fact, let me also just tell you that the allegations and complaint of this alleged scam first went into the Anti-Corruption Bureau branch of the Delhi government, but then subsequently shifted to the Enforcement Directorate and central agencies. So yes, as you rightly said, that trouble continues to mount for the Aam Aadmi Party, and more importantly, the friction between the Aam Aadmi Party and central agencies also continue to grow. Today we saw that there was a startling allegation that was made by the prominent minister of Aam Aadmi Party, Atishi. And while I speak, I would just request my video journalist to just show the images, because you can see that the premise of N.D. Gupta, the Rajya Sabha member of Aam Aadmi Party, continues to be raided, and you can see that the security agencies, the officials of security agencies continue to just keep a vigilance of the house so that there is no untoward incident that occurs. So you saw that today the prominent member of Aam Aadmi Party, Atishi, made a startling allegation against Enforcement Directorate, in which she leveled allegation of how all the interrogations is not being recorded either through audiovisual form. So this has been refuted by Enforcement Directorate. In fact, what we've been also told by the sources is that Enforcement Directorate is also mulling legal action against Aam Aadmi Party. But before that, tomorrow is again going to be an important day, because there is going to be an important hearing in which a petition is going to be heard in the Delhi court, where Enforcement Directorate has put a complaint that how Aam Aadmi Party convener Arvind Kejriwal is not cooperating in the summons that have been issued to him as far as the investigation in the Liquorgate probe is concerned. So not only the Delhi Jal Board, but the Liquorgate probe also continues to result in widening differences between the Aam Aadmi Party and Enforcement Directorate. Back to the studio.
The ED heat, indeed, of course, is now intensifying against the Aam Aadmi, several of people who are connected with the Aam Aadmi Party. Thank you so much for the moment, Piyush, for joining us with those details. Now, viewers, the investigative agencies are, of course, conducting the searches and investigation, but there's a political face-off also that is intensifying. BJP has hit out at the Aam Aadmi Party, saying that any irregularities must be probed thoroughly. Take a listen into the reaction from BJP.
ये सभी संस्थाएं स्वतंत्र हैं और अपने इस तरह से काम करती हैं। जहां पर कोई आरोप आते हैं उनकी जांच करना स्वाभाविक रूप से इनकी जिम्मेदारी है। आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में किसी भी संस्था पर कोई किसी तरह का दबाव नहीं होता है। जो उनका काम है वो उसको अच्छे तरह से कर रही हैं, और ये देखने को इसलिए भी लगता है, प्रमाणित लगता है कि पिछले 10 वर्षों में जहां मोदी जी की सरकार के नेतृत्व में जो लोगों ने, जैसे मोदी जी कहते भी हैं, उन्होंने अपने कल की स्पीच में भी कहा है कि देश या देश के लोगों की संपत्ति को जिन्होंने लूटा है उनको इस देश के लोगों की पाई पाई चुकानी पड़ेगी। उस दृष्टि से संस्थाएं बहुत अच्छी तरह से काम कर रही हैं। पिछले 10 वर्ष में 1 लाख करोड़ से ज़्यादा की जो संपत्ति है ऐसे लोगों की जब्त की गई है।
अच्छा सर, एक आखिरी सवाल। अब तक अगर बोला जाए तो कई सारे लोग हैं जिनके घर ईडी की छापेमारी हुई है या ठिकानों पे, उन सब ने कहा है कि पॉलिटिकल वेंडेटा है, विच हंट है, सरकार एजेंसियों को इस्तेमाल करिए। इसका रिस्पॉन्स एमएचए कैसे देगा?
देखिए, जो लोग, एमएचए की बात नहीं है, जो साफ दिखाई दे रहा है वो कह रहे हैं एमएचए की वो नहीं है। मेरा जो पर्सनल, मेरा व्यक्तिगत ऐसे मानना है कि जिन लोगों पर आरोप है उन लोगों को जांच के लिए तैयार होना चाहिए, स्वयं ही आना चाहिए। अब ये कोई इस तरह की किसी कथा का प्रसाद तो नहीं कि सबको एक तरफ से बांट दिया जाए। जिनके ऊपर आरोप है उनकी जांच संस्थाएं कर रही हैं।
आज आम आदमी पार्टी की कई नेताओं के घर ईडी ने रेड की और ये रेड दिल्ली जल बोर्ड के घोटाले को लेकर है। मैं याद करा दूं दिल्ली के लोगों को, ये वही घोटाला है जिसको अरविंद केजरीवाल जी कहा करते थे कि प्राइवेट कॉन्ट्रैक्टरों को काम दे रखा है और इसमें हजारों करोड़ रुपया वो लूट रहे हैं। वही कॉन्ट्रैक्टर आज भी हैं, कॉन्ट्रैक्टर बदले नहीं। पहले वो कहां पैसे देते थे, आज अरविंद केजरीवाल जी और उनके साथियों को वही करोड़ों रुपया मिल रहा है, हजारों करोड़ रुपया। और अब आतिशी जी प्रेस कॉन्फ्रेंस करके उल्टा चोर कोतवाल को डांटे, कह रही हैं हम सवाल पूछते हैं। आतिशी जी, दिल्ली के लोग आपसे सवाल पूछते हैं, अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने क्यों ये पॉलिसी बदली, क्यों 2% से 10% और 7% से 12% शराब के कॉन्ट्रैक्टरों को काम देने के लिए पॉलिसी को बदला गया, क्यों जिन मित्रों को इन्होंने काम दिया उनके चलते 2783 करोड़ रुपए का दिल्ली की सरकार को नुकसान हुआ और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी के दोस्तों को बहुत करोड़ रुपए का लाभ हुआ। क्यों अभी तक आप इस बात का जवाब नहीं देते? मनीष सिसोदिया जी की जमानत के दौरान जिस तरह से 378 करोड़ रुपए की मनी ट्रेल की सामने आई, उस पर आप आज भी जवाब क्यों नहीं देना चाहते? जवाब इस बात का दीजिए कि क्यों संजय सिंह जी ने एसपीवी बनाकर शराब का काम लिया, शराब घोटाला किया। इन सभी सवालों के जवाबों की बजाय आप उल्टे सवाल पूछ रहे हैं। लेकिन दिल्ली के लोग समझ चुके हैं आतिशी जी, अब आपको जवाब देना होगा। ये शराब घोटाले के साथ साथ जल बोर्ड के घोटाले में वो कॉन्ट्रैक्टरों को क्यों काम दिया गया जिन्होंने करोड़ों रुपया पहले भी सरकारों में कमाया और अब भी हजारों करोड़ रुपया दिल्ली का लूट कर ले जा रहे हैं। इन सब सवालों का जवाब देना पड़ेगा। बातें बदलने, इधर उधर की बात बदलने से बात नहीं बदलने वाली, जवाब तो देना पड़ेगा।
मुझे लगता है जो ईडी डिपार्टमेंट होता है, सीबीआई डिपार्टमेंट होता है, इनकम टैक्स डिपार्टमेंट होता है, ये इंडिपेंडेंट होता है और ये डिपार्टमेंट मतलब ये काम करने के लिए होता है। जिस तरह ईडी डिपार्टमेंट होता है कि जहाँ अनियमितता दिखाई देती है, जहाँ ज़्यादा पैसा कमाने की भूमिका होती है लेकिन इनकम टैक्स नहीं भरा जाता है और कुछ मुद्दों पर मतलब ज़्यादा कीमत वाला कोई प्रॉपर्टी बहुत कम पैसों में ली जाती है, ऐसे कुछ तालमेल होते हैं। और इसीलिए जब ऐसे पेपर ईडी के पास जाते हैं तो ईडी उसकी इंक्वायरी करती है। जिस तरह अरविंद केजरीवाल जी हमारे अच्छे मित्र भी हैं, मूवमेंट से वो आए हैं, अन्ना हजारे के मूवमेंट से वो आए हैं, अभी 2-3 बार दिल्ली के 2 बार मुख्यमंत्री भी बने हैं। लेकिन कानून सबसे बड़ा होता है, मतलब कानून मुख्यमंत्री हो, मंत्री हो, एमपी हो, एमएलए हो या कोई भी हो, जब इसी तरह की इंक्वायरी अगर ईडी कर रही है और उसमें लिकर के मुद्दे पर जिस तरह उनके डिप्टी सीएम भी अंदर गए हैं और ईडी में मतलब लिकर में दिल्ली में घोटाला हुआ है, ऐसे मुद्दे बहुत सारे सामने आए हैं और इसीलिए मतलब उसमें उनका भी नाम आया कि एज ए चीफ मिनिस्टर उनकी भी जिम्मेदारी थी, ऐसा नहीं होना चाहिए। लेकिन अगर उनके ऊपर जो आरोप है वो आरोप पर उन्होंने, तो ईडी की इंक्वायरी है तो ईडी की इंक्वायरी को उन्होंने जाना चाहिए, अपना बयान उन्हें देना चाहिए, उन्हें ऐसा भागना अच्छी बात नहीं है। और इसीलिए मुझे लगता है कि जिस तरह कुछ घोटाले के मुद्दे सामने आते हैं तो बहुत बार अपने को सामना करना पड़ता है। हमारे महाराष्ट्र के शिवाजीराव पाटिल निलंगेकर जो है, ये जब मुख्यमंत्री थे तब उनकी जो ग्रैंड डॉटर थी तो उसको कुछ MBBS के लिए कुछ उनको कुछ ऐसी मदद हुई थी तो उस मुद्दे पर उनको रिजाइन देना पड़ा था। तो मुझे लगता है कि जिस तरह नीतिमत्ता होती है राजनीति में वो रखनी चाहिए। और अरविंद केजरीवाल जी आदमी अच्छे हैं, लेकिन जो भी लिकर का दिल्ली में हुआ है, बहुत सारा हंगामा उसके संबंध में हुआ और मतलब इसी तरह मुझे लगता है कि अरविंद केजरीवाल जी ने इंक्वायरी के लिए जाना चाहिए, अपना बयान देना चाहिए। अगर उसमें कुछ तथ्य नहीं होगा आरोपों में तो जरूर उनको राहत मिलेगी।